What is going on, guys? So today I'm going to show you how to preview changes that you make in SQL Server using transactions. Now I'm going to talk about the risks of using transactions, the benefits, and how to use them properly. I'll show you a demo here. So first of all, what is a transaction? It'll lock up the resources of the specific tables that you touch within the transaction, but you're able to roll it back or commit it at the end of whatever you're doing. So you can completely like delete tables, update a bunch of things, and then like preview something, like do like a select, and then you can decide at the end here, for example, whether you'd like to roll it all back or commit it. And what happens when you commit it means it actually applies the changes to the database. So it's kind of like up in the air, like in between this begin TRAN and then rollback and commit TRAN. Everything's up in the air, and then you can decide if you want to roll it all back or commit it at the end. Now what the disadvantage is, like I said, it locks up the resources while you're in the transaction of the table. Now, whether that be preventing updates to the table, that it will definitely prevent any updates to this table that you're modifying. Like any other transactions will have to wait until yours is completed before they can apply any changes. And then whether they'll be able to read the data as you're applying changes within your transaction depends on how your database is set up. But long story short, you can't modify any, and nobody else from the outside can modify the tables you're touching within your transaction. So keep that in mind if you're doing this like on some server or in some production environment. Don't leave a transaction open by accident, and don't leave it open for a long period of time, because you will lag whatever app is actually using your database. So yeah, pretty much that is the risks, that is what it is, and now let's use it. So I have my database right here, NewTable. So if I do select top 1000, we'll see I got some data here. And now I want to do a bunch of things, but I want to preview my changes before committing them. So let's open up a transaction here. I'll do begin TRAN, I'll highlight it, then I'll execute just this command. Okay, so let's say I want to insert some more values in my table. So let's do this first portion here. I can execute this. And now let's just see those two rows that got inserted. And now maybe I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to execute the rest of this script here. I don't like that there's so many Alice's and Bob's in my table here. I don't like this portion of the script. Let's just undo this. Okay, no problem. Just come in here, highlight rollback transaction, because remember we began it. So now we can just roll it back at any time. And now if we select the table again, we'll see that the changes actually never got applied. They were just up in the air, and you were just previewing them because you were inside a transaction. But now, if I'm outside a transaction, remember I never hit begin TRAN. If I try to do rollback TRAN, it'll tell you, hey, you never began a transaction, so you can't roll back anything, buddy. All your changes are staying. So be careful. Make sure you run begin TRAN first before doing anything. And that's why I've created this script in this way, if you look at it. Worst case, if I run execute here, what's it going to do? It's going to select all the data, it's going to begin a transaction, do all this crap, and it's going to roll it back because commit TRAN is commented out. So I definitely recommend writing it this way as well, because if you ever want to run commit TRAN, you have to highlight it yourself like this and then click execute. So let's go back into this, and let's say we open up a transaction that we want to commit. Right, so I want to delete the ID. I want to delete the first row, so let's do that. Cool, we can just take a look now. We'll see that first row is gone. And I want to set Alice's age to 40 wherever she is. So let's do that as well. And now let's take a look. Okay, Alice's age is now 40. So and I didn't want to run this line. I'm going to delete this one because that just gets rid of everything in the table. That's no fun. But let's say I want to commit these changes to my database and make them like official. So let's highlight this commit TRAN instead of rollback TRAN. And then we can just click execute. And now we can just double check our table again. And yep, just like that, the data has been committed, like the changes have been committed to the table. The transaction is now freed up, so people can now make updates to this table again, and the changes are live. So that is pretty much it, guys. I hope that was an in-depth enough explanation. And you can also just write the full word like this. Like I see, I can already not spell it. Transaction. You can type it out like that too, but it's just a pain for me to type the whole thing out. SQL Server is cool if you just type begin tran, rollback tran, commit tran. So just do it that way. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.